Good afternoon. This is Henry with Living Water for Roatan holding the camera, and I hope I do a real good job of holding it. But you're looking at Myra Brock from First Baptist of Live Oak, Florida. Myra has been up here in the Colonial now, going on probably 4 or 5 days, right, Myra?
That's right.
That's right. And Myra has been on a few mission trips before. How did you hear about Living Water for Roatan and the Colonial?
My husband heard it through the church and asked me if I thought that would be something the two of us might want to do together.
And so how did you guys come about making that decision?
We went home, we prayed about it that night. The very next day we called the pastor and said this is something we definitely want to do.
Myra, it's Thursday, and you've been up here and you've been climbing a lot of mountains and a lot of hills. Talk to us a little bit about what God has done in your life and shown you up here in the Colonial.
This is something that you absolutely have to experience in order to understand the depths of the needs of the people here. You have to be here to really and truly know that their hearts are very warm. It's very refreshing to know that they're very welcoming to visitors to come in, and they are so hungry for God's Word.
Myra, yesterday, I think it was, you did the women's Bible study up here. Can you kind of, as I'm going to swing around and show the audience here of the kids that you're getting ready to minister to, and then the ladies, can you just talk a little bit about how that, talk a little bit about what you did yesterday and how well that went yesterday with the women's Bible study?
Yes, we tried to decide what would be of interest to the women here, and we found that the women here are just like the women all over the world. They have the same concerns and cares for their children and their families. And so we saw that so many women were washing their clothes as we visited from door to door. So we decided to use a wash tub and a washboard and some soap and water to show them how God can cleanse their soul, just like the water and the soap would cleanse the clothing that we brought. And the women really understood that message in using those physical objects to share His Word.
So so what you did was took a scrub board and took a tub that the scrub board was in and had some water in there, and just kind of talked a little bit about Jesus washing away their sins. Basically, what were some of the results that you guys received from after you shared the gospel with them?
There were a couple of the women in the group who made a profession of faith. There were other women who had already accepted Christ. They said that the story made it very easy for them to understand that concept of being washed in God's blood.
If somebody's watching this video, what would you say to them if they're praying about coming to Roatan, Honduras? Would you say there's a need here, and what would you say to them to encourage them to come?
I don't know what words that I could use other than I've never been to a place with any needs any greater than these people. They're so appreciative for even the simplest things that you do for them. Their lives are very basic and simple, but they certainly have a love for one another in their hearts, and they certainly are a very kind and loving people.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Love you.
Love you too. And all these people.